Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. Today's topic is how to identify and eliminate spiritual parasites and vampires from your life. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you went to a certain church or a certain priest for solutions to your spiritual problems, and you end up being the one solving your problems by yourself and also the problems of that priest? Have you been in a situation whereby you went to a place to seek for solutions to a certain problem? It might be a sickness, it might be financial issues, it might be praying for something, interceding, looking for people to intercede for something that you're looking for. And you end up being the one interceding to solve the problems of those people. Have you been in a place whereby you are conditioned to be paying or parting with a certain amount of money on a weekly or monthly basis to the priest or to the native doctor? Are you in a situation where you are made to believe that if you stop paying or contributing money to your church or to a certain spiritualist or man of God, you are going to die? If you have been in any situation like that, or you know someone that is currently in a situation like that, that person can be said to be under the influence of a spiritual parasite or a vampire. We call them psychic vampires. These are people that pose as men of God, they pose as priests, as native doctors, spiritualists, magicians, people that claim that they have solutions to solve all your problems, to solve all of life maladies, but they are not what they claim to be. They are actually wolves in sheep clothing. They are just plain con artists and scam artists that take advantage of your emotional distress. So today we are going to be talking about how to identify these people. Sadly enough, we have so many people like this in the world today. Many of them can be found in countries in Africa, like Nigeria, number one. We can find some of them in the US. We can find them in any place where people practice a large scale of spirituality, where people believe in the supernatural. These spiritual parasites are people that claim to have very high knowledge of spiritual practices. They claim that they are more in tune with the spiritual world. Some of them even claim to be deities in human form. Some claim to be the guardian, to be the children, or to be the messenger of certain deities. But you find out that when you go to these people for solutions, you find out being the one that is bringing solution to the life of those people. So today we are going to identify them and the proper ways of eliminating them in your life. First of all, you come across somebody, you will go to a church, you tell them your problem, they will ask you to sow a seed into their life. This is a church to solve the problem. The seed that you are going to sow must be directly proportional to the problem that you want to solve. But in reality, they cannot solve any problem. They just want to make you for any amount of money they can get from you. And after you sow that seed, they ask you to wait and pray. You pray and nothing happens. You go to them again. They will tell you that God is not satisfied with that seed, or the power of the enemy is just too strong. You need to sow more seeds. If you cannot sow more seeds, you don't have much money or any amount of money or any material property to provide, they will find an excuse to tell you that your faith is not strong enough, or you are engaging in some sort of sin. That is why God is not giving you the blessing you are asking for, or bringing a solution to that problem. And then they go scot-free because they are supposed to be men of God, and you are supposed to be just a tiny, puny human being. And these people get away with this kind of behavior, with this kind of scam over and over again. It can also be a spiritualist. In the event of a spiritualist, you go to their shrine, you ask for help, solution. They will ask you to bring a sacrifice. They may ask you to bring a goat or a ram or some expensive items. You bring those, they will say it's for the god or deity. But in reality, we find the native doctor or the priest actually butchering and eating that goat. Most times in your presence, and they are giving it to the deity. Then they will ask you to pay for some expensive initiation rite that you need to do. Then you have to pay for this initiation rite to cleanse you. They might take you to a river, take you to a secluded place. After you have done that initiation, they will want to know all about your secrets. Tell them every details of your business so that they will know everything about you. What these people generally do is to scam you and find a way to blackmail you. So as a result of that, they need to know every secret about what you do. If they find any little thing illegal that you do, they keep it on record because they always know that eventually in the future, you are going to discover that what they are doing is fraudulent and you might want to come after them. So they always make sure that they have a black file on you to expose you or to blackmail you so that you are not going to go public when you discover that they have defrauded you. So this is how these people work. And it is very, very painful because people like this have defrauded a lot of people in Africa and they have destroyed so many lives. So first thing you want to know that when you go to a man of God or a perceived priest, he asks you to pay for some items. You did that. Normally, if you go to a priest or a pastor, if they cannot solve the problem, they're supposed to tell you instantly that they can't do this. If they ask you to pay for any service and you pay at that problem, either it is solved or it didn't solve, you should instantly quit your relationship with them because you paid for a services and you got the service. Then there should be no more connection with them. It's as simple as that. But most times what you discover that this spiritualist or this pastor will find a way to want to tie their self to this, let me say, the victim. They will want to attach their self to you so that they can be getting money or financial flow or material benefits from the victim continuously. They always find a way to do this, and they always do this because they know that the more people they attach themselves to, the more money they can make from people. So when you go to them, the first thing is to ask to get all information about you, your financial capacity, your location, your house, your address. Then they have spies in every city. They will send spies to check on you if you are really what you say you have, if you really have the kind of financial capacity they are looking for. If they discover that you have something, you have some money, you are doing well, then they will start working on you. They will intensify whatever problems you're having. If it's a sickness, they will advise you not to go to a hospital to get good medical care. They will say that it's a spiritual attack, knowing that if you don't get good medical care, your situation will deteriorate and then you will need them more. So they will ask you not to go the right way. If it is a domestic problem or a litigation, they will ask you not to go to the court. They will ask you not to go to the police so that they will take full control of that case. The sole aim of that situation is to worsen it so that they can be able to get as much money from you. They will even go to the extent to tell you lies, to make you destroy all your relationships so that they can gain full control of you. If they see that you love somebody, they will say that is the person disturbing you. They will say it's your mother, it is your wife, it is your best friend that is doing this to you, so that you will destroy that relationship, so that you will have nowhere to run to. You will only go to them. So this is just how these people operate. They have no feeling for you, no love for you. They just want to get as much money from you. That's why we call them vampires. They are vampires. They are going to drain all your finances, destroy every aspect of your life until you end up in the grave. And there are so many in Africa. And we need to know how these people operate. When you go to them, first time they will keep telling you that their phone always have a problem. Their phone never have any problem, but they want you to buy a phone for them. When the so-called man of God that claims to be all powerful, the so-called juju priest that is all powerful, is having phone problems, that is the first sign you should know, because they are indirectly suggesting that you have to buy them a new phone. Before you know, this so-called powerful magician or man of God is not having money to pay for his fuel in the car. You'll be the one buying fuel for this man of God. Before you know, you'll be the one paying the school fees for this man of God. You'll be the one that is now supplementing the life of this so-called spiritualist. And you have your own life to live. When you start finding yourself doing all these things, you should know that you are now being victimized. You are being drained of your resources. Resources that are supposed to go for things that are going to improve and develop your life. You are not diverting it to this stranger. You are not diverting it to this worm, this maggot, this vampire that claim to be a spiritualist, that claim that they see vision for you. They can actually see some visions, do some tricks. Most of the time, some of them work with evil deities. And the ones that don't have these deities have spies that will actually go to spy about your business, to inform on you. Sometimes they'll use your friend. If you have a situation whereby you find yourself in this kind of situation, and a friend is the one that took you to that spiritualist, just know that it's your friend that is giving all your information to the spiritualist. So that is how the spiritualist can see the vision that they claim to be seeing. So you have to identify who took me to this church or to this shrine in the first place. Most of the time, the person that takes you there knows more about you, and he already planned with the spiritualist to defraud you. And then they will start telling you things to bring, and just know that everything you give to that man is getting a certain percentage, and then your problem never stops. That is how they are going to bleed you, and eventually, if time is not taken, they are going to assassinate you and end your life. So you need to know about these people. When you have a pastor and it tells you that you have to build a church for God, you need to ask yourself, is the name of God going to be the title deed of that land, or is it the name of the pastor that will be in that land? If it is a human name that is going to be the title deed of that land, then the land is not for God. The land is for a human being. Real spirituality must be vested in the male principle of reason and common sense. Anything that you are doing in the spiritual line that does not align with your common sense, that thing is probably a fraud. This is what you need to know about. If you are in that kind of situation, what you need to do is that you need to admit that you are being scammed, gather your losses, and you need to run. You need to block their phone numbers. You need to cut all contacts with them. You need to destroy all items they claim to have given you for protection, all fetish items they claim they have given you. All those are things to just destroy your life and tie you down. They are not doing any good to you. You need to destroy them, and you need to run. If they are coming after you, they have taken a sizable amount of money from you for doing nothing, absolutely nothing. You can easily report them to the police, report them to the EFCC or any security agent, and try to get those money back. Somebody cannot take hundreds of thousands of naira or millions for you just to solve a spiritual problem. It does not happen. Under the law, they did nothing for you so that you can get those money back for them. They have to show tangible material evidence of what they are using with that, what they did with that money. Not that they are going to take 500,000 naira to pray, to say a prayer to kill an headache, you can get those money back from them if you have lost those material. If you have donated your house, or you have donated a car or large amount of properties to this sort of people, you can actually use the law to get those properties back. These people are nothing but vampires or spiritual criminals. They are nothing but con artists, plain and simple. So you need to shine your eyes. You need to know that this kind of people, they exist and they are everywhere. Most of them, after they have defrauded you, they will start using death threats, especially the African traditionalist scammers. They will be threatening you with a deity that is going to strike you down. A deity is going to, all those are lies. They cannot do anything to you. They cannot do anything. So you need to be aware. That's why I'm bringing this topic today, that we have so many spiritual vampires. If you are somebody that is working, or you have money and you are parting with 10 or 20% of every amount of money you make to any pastor or any of these so-called spiritualists, just know that you are just a victim of the psychic vampires. They have nothing they are doing to improve your life, and they can do nothing to improve your life. Whatever efforts that you are making, they claim to be praying for you, doing one or two spiritual work. It is your physical effort that is giving you those things. It is not what they are doing, what they are praying for. Most times, these people don't pray, they just lie. They enjoy drinking, having sex, living a modern life more than you. So they claim to be spiritual in your presence. When they go into their room, they have bottles of whiskey and all sorts of drugs that they take. So they are not pure people. They are not better than you. If you want to practice real spirituality, you need to study your history. What you really need is just to know your history, the history of who you are, who your people are, and you just need to live your natural life. You don't need to break the bank to learn about real spirituality. So people know about these scammers. They know the truth, but they try to derail you from the truth so that they can take money from you, so that they can empty your bank accounts. They are nothing but thieves. So if you find yourself in any of these situations, just know that you are a victim, and you should report to the nearest police station and you should close your all association with those people. So this is the topic of today. Questions and comments are always welcome, and I'm very happy to talk to you guys today. And I want to tell you about the Metaphysical Study Group. If you are interested in learning about real spirituality, you can click on the WhatsApp link under this video. There we teach real spirituality. We teach about the history. We teach about the interrelationship between science and African spiritual systems. If you would like to know more about quantum physics, you can download the free e-copy of my book on the link below as well. If you are interested in fashion, you can also click on the links below. So I wish you a very wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye.